Welcome to episode 4 of Talking Taste. I'm your host, Brandon Bass. My co-host, Mr. Cerebral. My other co-host, Tony K. And our special guest, Slam Dunk Champ, the Human Torch, Terrence Ross. Welcome to the show, man.
What's up, bro?
What's good?
Flamethrower.
What's going on with y'all?
We chilling, man. We just coming to vibe today.
That's what I'm saying. I never thought you'd have a podcast.
You know what? I
Never.
never thought either. And I think that's why I'm doing it, because it's one of them things where I'm not a big talker. I don't want to talk so much.
Yeah.
But I feel in order for me to keep on growing, I need to talk a little bit. Because
Get out of your
one-on-one,
shell.
we could talk all
Get
day.
out of your shell a little bit. Pop
Yeah,
out a little bit.
that's
I
all.
feel you. I feel you.
That's
You got
all,
to.
man.
You're going to be bored all the time.
Huh?
You're going to keep bored all the time. This is going to keep you entertained. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's my plan, too.
No, it's going to be fun. You get the right people, you have a good time.
That's my plan, man. So we have a game we play. We call it like the first quarter game, and it's called like this or like that, right? And the first game we're gonna play, we're gonna have you pick out of 2 basketball players.
Okay.
All right. The first 2 is T-Mac or Brandon Roy.
T-Mac.
Why
And,
you
I,
say
and I
T-Mac?
love Brandon Roy. Like, that's alum. I went to UW. He went to UW. So like, I studied his game a lot growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I feel like his career was just kind of cut short due to injuries, but what he did display and what he was capable of, amazing player. Definitely, I feel like a little before his time. But at the end of the day, man, I think T-Mac, just throughout did a lot more. He played a lot more. He was just. Growing up, T-Mac was my favorite player. I had his jersey, I had his shoes. He was one of those guys that kind of helped put Toronto on the map, kind of helped, revitalize Orlando after they lost Shaq and them.
Yeah.
And what he did in Houston was crazy too. So I don't know. I would definitely have to go with T-Mac.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. I think T-Mac had the greater impact
Oh yeah, for sure.
on the game. But I think people always talk about B-Roy because of the upside he had,
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're a West Coast guy, so I want to throw that out there.
No, for sure.
You live in Orlando now, so
Oh yeah, I'm never leaving
he was
either.
gonna say Roy, T-Mac would have had to pull up.
Yeah, right. T-Mac don't even live in Orlando no more, bro. He gone.
All right. The next 2, we had a conversation a little bit about this one.
Mm-hmm.
Is Wilt Chamberlain or Shaq? The most dominant. Who's
The most dominant, I would say. Honestly, I think Shaq is more of a cultural impact when it comes to basketball. He's a huge personality. He's an unbelievable, one-of-one type center. Mm-hmm. He changed the game in a lot of different ways, but I also feel like Wilt did the same. And I think Wilt was just before his time. I think if you put Wilt in today, or not even today, let's put him in early 90s, early 80s, I think his name is a lot bigger than it is now. I think people would have an understanding of how good he really was. Mm-hmm. Not take anything away from Shaq, he's still dominant. Like, there's nobody that was going to stop him. But like, when I think of like absolute dominance, like putting up 100.
But
I don't care if you putting up 100 against high school kids, college kids, whoever. Like, putting up 100 points in itself is physically demanding, and he made it look. He averaged 50 for the whole year. He averaged 50, and just to put this in context, he averaged 50 in 1 year. Like, in that year, Bill Russell played him, right? And this other thing too, Bill Russell, one of the most dominant big men as well. Mm-hmm. Great defensive player. When he played against Wilt, Wilt only averaged 34. Like, Shaq, I don't think he's ever averaged more than 34, 35. He might have had some stints in the playoffs, so it was like 45, whatever. But like Wilt had 50 for the season, 100 points,
and he averaged
34
against one of the best defenders
and this is in
of that
his
time.
second year.
Yeah.
So like, dominance or not, like Shaq has one MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's hard to call. Like Jokic has 2 MVPs. Is he the most dominant? Like, so I don't know. It's when you get into numbers like that, it go back and forth. For to me, I'm gonna go ahead and say Wilt.
You gonna say Wilt?
I'm gonna say Wilt.
I mean, this is a question for everybody, right? And I've thought about this a lot. In the 60s and 70s, the shit was not like equal rights.
Mm-hmm.
So really, you had true plumbers and probably like blue collar workers playing basketball. They did not let. Granted that the league is dominated by African Americans, they didn't let black folks in there in the 60s. So I'm sure. So he's playing against. It's easy for him to get 100, I think. But if it's equal back then, I feel like he probably wouldn't get those numbers. Because all you talk about is Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell. There had to be more.
There were more. You
Exactly,
just don't know. No, you guys just don't know these players. There were true ballers back then. Don't get me wrong. Yes, there's a ton of guys who couldn't last today.
Did you say plumbers though?
Yeah, no.
Plumbers, because they sit there and say Jordan played against plumbers, and he
Jordan didn't play against one.
plumbers.
No.
I think
Look
after
like
no.
They look.
I think look at Jokic. He's
right. And
he
Jokic just
looks
bringing-
like an actual plumber. With some
Just
grit.
bringing the plumber, vibes back.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, not every fucking player from back then is gonna be able to last in today's game for sure. But there are a handful of guys that could do what they did back then today, and there's nobody can change my mind. Jerry West, Elgin
it's
Baylor.
hard to say. Did you really watch the game in the 60s and 70s?
But check
I
this out.
literally watched the game. I watched the game 60s and 70s last summer. I love watching basketball.
We talked about it.
I watch basketball highlights all the
you
time.
feel like a
from
lot
the
of
60s,
people-
70s. Kareem, you telling me he has the most points? LeBron just broke that, and this dude was only taking skyhooks? And he has, what, 36, 34,000, whatever the hell
like
it
it
is?
wasn't equal opportunity back then, so the numbers
For
might be a little.
for who?
Yeah.
Okay, so look, the number says what it says, right? Well, what the eyeball test say?
That's deceiving because
Not that
Luka Doncic looks slow on TV.
Yo, let me tell you something. That's my first.
It's not.
That's my first time hearing somebody say, like the eyeball test is deceiving.
It's deceiving as fuck. Because
Okay.
there are guys Paul Pierce, how many times have you seen Paul Pierce just take half a step and next he's fading over somebody? It's like, how did you not see that coming?
right.
Like, it's just deceiving.
Well, the thing
It's
about it
tiny.
is you got to respect that J, and
Oh,
that's why a
absolutely.
lot of guys who who's slow and can't really move, and when they got a wet ball, like
For
you got to
sure.
respect it. You know what I'm saying?
But
and,
that's
and they
that's
look
the
a little
thing about
faster.
basketball.
Yeah.
But what's the thing Conor McGregor said? Timing beats speed, precision beats power.
Okay.
So like Dirk, think of Dirk. He wasn't
Yeah.
fast.
No.
But if he gets you rocking one way or left, he just stays on the opposite trajectory and he just fades hits. Same with James Harden. He just does it a little quicker.
Yep.
And so once he gets you 1, 2, 3, Luka, they don't gotta be Ja Morant and blow by you. They just gotta get you just moving one way and
Because
then
of
you
that
just
wet ball.
off balance and you can't get back to being kilter and the next fading on you.
Because of that J.
Because of the don't
Because
get
of
me
the
wrong,
J.
the shot always helps.
Yeah.
It always helps. That touch always
Because
helps.
listen, if them boys ain't had no J, they
If
probably
anybody
wouldn't
had
be in the
no J,
league.
Then you just be Michael Kidd Gilchrist or you be somebody that just can't.
No, they wouldn't even be him. They don't play in the league.
No, no. Okay, I'm taking. Okay.
I don't think they're in the lead of being that slow.
No, come on, bro. What you talking about?
I'm talking about players
Andre
who.
Miller. Slow as molasses.
Ah, it's true. God damn, that's a good one. But I'm saying he was respectable respectable J though.
Kyle Anderson's name is Slow Mo.
Listen, I got a story
Come
about
on,
him.
bro.
I got a story
He
about
got
him.
game to me.
He do got game, bro. I
got
remember.
game.
Yo, listen, look, this is a funny story. All right, I remember we played against him. I don't know exactly what team he was on, but when I was with the Lakers, it was Kobe was his matchup.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
I know, bro. This is crazy. And so before the games, Byron Scott used to be like, used to have like all the players, say whoever they was guarding, like tell us what his strengths and weaknesses is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Kobe got to him and was like, don't worry about him. Slow, can't shoot, and all this stuff, right? Man, he cooked us that night, bro. he probably had 25
All
against
slow moves,
slow,
just
all slow stuff. You know, so it's one of them things where it just told me, bro, you got to respect everybody. Number
Got
one,
to.
and
Got
and you know he could shoot too. He could shoot. You know he's slow, but he get the job done, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
For
Kobe
sure.
was like, don't worry about him. He's slow, can't shoot, and it was just so funny, bro. And
Yeah, and then
and then he cooked, bro. You know. But okay, so Wilt.
Yep, well.
So look, so you know the funny thing about Wilt too. I remember you was talking about the skill set of Wilt too.
Oh yeah.
You know,
for sure.
how he had the turnaround J's, the fades, the one leg fade being that big.
Yeah, the leaner, all that.
So he wasn't just dunking over plumbers,
Bro,
you know.
he wasn't just dunking. He was
Yeah.
rebounding.
I felt
He
like
was
there was probably
passing.
some people out there that didn't get the opportunity and could have, went up against him because the time.
But look, check this out.
Opportunity times.
Could he have done that during the era of Elijah Wan, Shaq, David Robinson, Tim Duncan? What you think during that era of bigs?
I would say yes, because one, there's no defender in that era that was as good as Bill Russell.
You don't think Elijah Wan was?
As good as Bill Russell?
Yeah.
No. He
This
has
one-
more blocks, yes, for sure.
Uh-huh.
But we're talking about a defensive player. Look up his stats. I'm telling you, he's not. I
A
don't think-
defensive player who you got to guard on the other end, though.
You didn't really have to guard him that much.
I'm talking about Elijah Wan.
Oh no, for sure. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about defense.
But you see what I'm saying, though? Imagine him in a game where
Absolutely.
I'm guarding you. I'm a great defender,
And
but then you got to
also,
come
you
guard
have to
me.
that's like the that's the positive of being able to play both sides of the ball.
Yep.
But at the same time,
Could Will guard that?
could Wilt guard
The footwork,
Hakeem?
yeah. Would he be on the bench that game? Would he struggle that game?
No,
though? No.
His defensive defense is not necessarily a skill set.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily a I mean, height and long arms help definitely, but it's all effort and determination.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah.
Russell had that more than anybody. He had the toughest matchup in the history of
That's true,
scoring, and you see what he did.
That's true. That's true.
Like Hakeem didn't average 40.
Couldn't
do
though.
average 50, and every time he had to guard Wilt never had more than like 30 something.
But
That's unwritten. The man put up 100 points. And
No,
you
it's
tell
true.
him
But check this out, though, right? I feel like Elijah Wan couldn't score those kind of points because he had to guard every time down. Think about it. He guarding Tim, Shaq, Alonzo, just all these great centers. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like,
But he's never had, bro, all of them dudes that you just named are not even a better scorer than Kareem. None of them.
Elijah Wan, the way he Kareem just
Kareem played for 20 years. He
20 plus.
No, he played for 20 years.
Is it only 20?
Only 20. He played
I
for
thought a
20
little bit more.
years, and he was an all-star every year. I think his last year he averaged when I'm talking about
That's
Kareem
impressive,
on
bro.
two
That's
deadbolt
impressive.
joints of knees. When he go for a layup, it took him like 5 minutes to turn around to run back. Like he couldn't move at all. He averaged 14 like that. Like
I'm saying,
there's never been any big men that have averaged like that around Shaq's era.
Whose
Like,
skill set would you want?
what I want?
Elijah Wan's or Kareem's?
Uh,
And I seen you do the sky hook in the game.
Scott,
right?
you peeped that? Oh yeah, I saw that Kareem documentary. No, I don't know. Honestly, I would take Hakeem. As funny as that
His
sounds.
skill set?
Because his skill set, his footwork was unreal. Kareem literally was just sky hooking people to death. That was his. that was his
So
biggest
you
move.
gonna take Kareem?
I'm
shit?
gonna take
Yeah. I got you.
Like, Hakeem.
Hakeem.
Because his footwork is way better. Kareem just literally got the ball. As soon as you got into him, like you
He
weren't.
threw
there's
it and
nothing
he
you could do.
just
Like
threw
that
it.
was his thing. So, but I don't know. But Hakeem was like out there making people look crazy trying to guard him. So I would take that skill set because it's a little more exciting. But
Okay.
I don't know, bro. I'm sorry. I don't think those three bigs to me are always going to be like Mount
Up there.
Rushmore of bigs.
Man, there
So,
was somebody in the box didn't get a chance. That's all.
So
I'm sure there was, but that's too bad.
Somebody in Miami didn't get a chance.
Definitely not Miami.
you know, to me, I feel like you can't go wrong with choosing Wilt over Shaq. But He went to LSU, bro. I like the big
I
fella,
know you
bro.
do. I know you
know?
do. You got ties. I played in Orlando. I got ties.
Okay, so all right, next two, Dame or Steph?
Steph.
Steph,
Yeah.
that easy?
Yeah. And it's really closer than people think, but at the same time, like, no, I'm gonna go with Steph.
You want Steph, huh?
Steph.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, it's not bad. You can't go wrong with either one.
It's true.
Like,
It's
bro.
true. It's true.
Question: if Dame was on the Warriors and Steph was on Portland, how would that change their careers?
Probably a lot. You see, I mean,
Steph
Steph
it would a lot.
His organization.
Support
Steph's
cast.
the Warriors drafted 2 future Hall of Famers to go alongside with
Yeah.
Steph. Like, if you give Dame 2 Hall of Famers, I'm sure you have a couple championships.
Yeah.
So we would be talking about Dame, not Steph, right?
Sure, but that's why, that's so funny because everything about the NBA is timing, situation. Like just like you said, the opportunities aren't always there, but that's not always due to the player. It's sometimes he might just got there at the wrong time and doesn't happen to work out. Like
True.
I be telling young guys that all the time. Like the NBA is all about timing, situation, and then the last thing that puts the cherry on top is like what you do to take it that extra mile to like be ready for that moment and that opportunity. Because if you don't, bro, it's a slippery slope. You could get lost in the mix real quick, and it's hard to stick around the NBA, bro. Like I feel like a lot of young guys try to get to the NBA just because, like, oh, I was a McDonald's All-American, Jordan All-American, and you know I'm projected to go to the NBA. But once you get there, it's like, nah, like that's just to get into the door. Like you got to be ready to take it to another level, and that's so weird because like. Especially coming up to like the whole, I got drafted top 10, and that whole time leading up to the draft, you're so worried about like the dude next to you.
Yeah.
You're worried about like, oh, who's going number 1, who's going number 5, who's going number 10, who's gonna go lottery, and it's just like, who fucking cares, bro? You gotta get ready to go guard Kobe. Like it's like nobody in this draft is gonna be able to do what the top 10, 15 guys in the league are capable of. So it's just like, if you're not ready to really take that on and take it like and get ready to play in this man's league, like you'll get lost in the sauce, you'll get lost in the shuffle.
Yep.
And it's a heartbreak league. Like nobody's here to hold your hand, nobody's here to make you feel good. Like unless you are producing and going out there and putting up numbers, like they won't care about nothing else.
So you say timing, right? Timing, situation, and I would say to add to timing and situation, it would be comfort and confidence.
Absolutely.
To me, that's the difference between like a good player and a great player, you know, or a great player from a Hall of Famer.
For
you know what I'm
sure.
saying?
It's confidence.
Is that comfort, just that comfort level and confidence? Because like I remember seeing guys who played with one team for like 4, 5, 6 years, and they was able to develop and it changed their their career.
Yeah.
Exactly, of their career, and guys who played like 1 or 2 years with the team and never was able to
Get their footing.
you feel me and develop, they kind of floated all over the place.
It's
You know
hard.
what I'm saying?
That's hard, man. I be telling guys like this is a grown man's league.
Yeah,
And it's crazy because the league is younger and younger, and like I think it's only gonna stay like that. Like they're never gonna have older guys predominantly run the team. Like unless they are the Warriors and they won 4 championships. They're not gonna. They're not gonna just let you just be around for the sake of what you did. Like no
More Udonis Haslam's.
You
Nah,
feel me?
bro.
But I feel like so I agree with you that they probably won't ever do it because like I remember when it was changing, but I just feel like the young guys need it. You know what I'm saying? You need it for on the court and off the court as far as just to continue to develop. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys coming in after, 1 year of college or 1 year overseas, and you don't know shit about the NBA, man, on the court and off the court. You know what I'm saying?
I've talked to you about this before. Like I felt like I got into the league because I was drafted in 12, and I felt like that was like a weird transition in the league between like, we used to run a lot of like 4 or 5. There was a lot of 4 or 5 matchups. You would have Paul Millsap, Al Jefferson.
Yep.
But then that slowly, I think like once the success of like the Warriors start to take shape,
The stretch forward shit kicked in.
bro, everybody
Yeah.
just got out the paint.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Like,
Yep.
it went from that to this, and it's like, it's cool, but like the game changes. I felt like that just wasn't the game change. I felt like that was just the overall spectrum of what is gonna happen from 2010 to on because it went from we got bigs, we got older guys who are, they're taught to play 4 out or, 2 in, 3 out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how the game was played. And now Steph and them changed the game to now we got 5 out. Okay, now we got to look for bigs and younger guys who can shoot, who are a little more talented, or the generation who is not so much like back to the basket. And now it's like, oh, I have the DeMarcus Cousins. I have these stretch 4s and 5s that can bring the ball up until you get down the line, Jokic, because now the game is completely changed from 2 bigs to now my big is my point guard. And that's like the best player on the team. So, like, it just changed, and I felt like I was there for that transition.
No,
but
you
not
did-
just
you-
on the court, but off the court.
Now, you
too.
definitely was there for that because,
Absolutely.
like, that was around the time, and I was there for it as well because, to me, it decreased my value as a player because I'm a mid-range picking power forward, and they like, nah, we want you to stretch it out to the 3, you know what I'm saying? So, but what I feel about that is, like, to me, you know how everything is like copycat, right?
Yeah.
So to me, it kind of made us a little bit more closer to the world as far as like it's not really too much of a separation as far as like dominance no more because we playing like Europeans. We playing their style. So it's like it ain't no more Shaqs. You want somebody who's Shaq to be at the 3-point line.
Facts.
So it's like when our whole strength against like, playing in the Olympics and, our strength was just being so much more physically
physical.
dominant. And then, you add the skills with it, we beating teams by 40 and 50 points. But now it's like, okay, we're going to look like them and play like them. Why would you want to do that? I mean, you could for fun in the elite, but when we competing on a world level, like, why we want to look and play like them, bro?
T, you played overseas. How was that shit like 5-10 years ago compared to like the game now? Was it? Cause I know like Europeans are usually more skilled and they do a lot more space into the 3. Was it always been like that, or is it kind of been like this is kind of the same? It's new for us too.
I say it's always been like that, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, the year I won a championship over there was in. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, but 14-15 season.
Yeah.
We played my power forward was PJ Alavoya. He was only 6'8", but athletic, like just like you, D. But he can run the floor, catch hoops. And then my center, Sasha Yankovic, he was 6'10", but bruh, they posted him up and he playing like he's scared to get posted up. But we was like, we running, he hitting 3s. So then like you might have a bruiser on that side.
Yeah.
But now when it's time for you to play defense, we exploit him in the pick and roll. And if he in drop, I'm throwing the hook
Pop.
pass and my 3 ball.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how the game changed.
So to me, I think that we do what we do, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it makes us more dominant. Like, just like even in the World Cup this year, like, I feel like we took a team over there to play like a European type, team. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we ain't take no player that was dominant. We ain't took the fastest player in the NBA. We ain't took the guy who jumped the highest. We ain't took the strongest guy.
But it's not one of them things where it's like, it's not like an actual military draft where it's like, LeBron, you've been called, come save your country. Like, no, like they ask them guys, like, do you want to play?
Right.
A lot of them guys don't want to. Like,
So-
legit, until some shit like this happens where we lose and now it's like,
Yep.
LeBron, we need you. Like,
Yeah,
it's like,
true,
and
true,
now
true.
everybody wants to run out of the woods and to be like, okay,
Batman.
assemble. Yeah, I'm just like, that ain't how it worked. But like, I feel like other countries have a little more pride when it comes to some of their sports than we do.
No, without a doubt.
Underdog.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
It's the underdog.
Yeah, 'cause-
you know what it feels like to be an underdog.
Yeah.
You coming at their neck.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. Hey, so, okay, so you got Steph over Dame. All right, the last one was, we may be tired of talking about it, but
I'm not.
but LeBron and Jordan.
I feel you gonna say LeBron. Watch.
Ask TJ first. Ask TJ. I don't even
Who-
ask TJ first.
Who are you taking?
Yeah.
LeBron.
I'm taking Georgia.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you don't even got to answer
You
that.
already know.
I'm with you 100%.
You taking Jordan?
Undefeated.
Absolutely.
LeBron is a athletic Magic Johnson.
Who you taking?
That's
you
not a
taking?
bad
It's not a bad thing.
That's a great
but he
thing,
doesn't
bro.
make him the GOAT. You have to be the killer.
Okay, so what makes
MJ,
Jordan the GOAT?
He's a killer.
Okay, what makes him the GOAT?
He's more of a winner than LeBron. LeBron is a nice guy. LeBron is not the true alpha. He has to go to another team.
No. These
to
are
win.
feelings. Tell me. No, they're not. Tell
Okay,
me.
yeah, he has better numbers, but obviously he came out of high school.
But what is definitely making you say Jordan over LeBron?
Okay,
There has to be at least one reason.
He's more skilled. He's more skilled than LeBron, bro.
Okay.
LeBron ain't hitting you with bop and getting you out of there crossing. He gonna look at the ball and do the side step and shoot a three, and then he killing people with this.
Offensively more skilled.
Yeah, he just don't have no skill at all, bro.
No skill.
He don't know.
I can't. We're not gonna say that
close.
because
No,
like
bro, he's not
Jordan's
doing
kinda
nothing.
close.
Like he ain't coming down and hitting you here. And
How does a man with no skill have the most points in the history of the NBA?
Because he's 6'9".
Came out of high school.
6'9",
He's not the
240.
first 6'9", 240 motherfucker.
He came
that's
out of
been
high
there.
school.
And with handling
He's
ball
not the
like that,
first
too.
6'9", 240 motherfucker out of high
Name
school.
another one that's handling the ball like that, 6'9", 240. And he's a 6'9", 240.
There's a bunch of them,
like
T.
Magic
It's-
Johnson.
You just said Magic.
yeah, man.
Magic.
No, I'm just saying, but we said he updated Magic Johnson.
If Magic Johnson didn't,
Bro,
have
y'all
to
act
retire-
like y'all. It's not Matthew Dellavedova we talking about. It's like, y'all make me feel like
listen, he's good. I got him in my top 5.
we talking about a goal.
you can't. Okay,
It has to be
no,
one
that
goal.
contradicts itself. You can't be in the top 5 with no skill. Are you crazy?
No, he is definitely top.
No, he's not,
LeBron's
but
number
he's
2.
still-
Okay.
LeBron's 2.
Okay, here's my
Jordan's
counter
one.
argument. Here's my counter argument.
I got LeBron at 3.
I got to me personally from what and like I feel like I can say I'm a true fan of the game. I've watched not just today, but I've watched all the way back to like the 60s. To 60s, really late 60s, early 70s. So I'm gonna tell you, like, I think LeBron, to me, in my opinion, is the best player of all time, the greatest basketball player to live. I think Jordan is more dominant when it comes to winning his finals. Those two three-peats are unheard of. It's unreal. But he has 6. Bill Russell has 11. Robert Horry has 7. So if we're gonna start going by rings, everything's gonna contradict.
We don't got to
itself,
go by
It's
rings.
the separation. How about this? The separation.
the separation.
MJ separation amongst
Okay.
so-called plumbers
So-
and blue collars, but what they say when they compare the two, LeBron played elite. Obviously, it's evolution, but the separation.
So look, so these plumbers, if you're gonna say they're plumbers, I'm guessing this is a 6-foot white dude, fat belly with his ass crack hanging out.
John Stockton, which is
No.
obviously John Stockton is great.
He can't-
Hornacek
no.
is great.
Those
Tom
are not plumbers.
Chambers
Those are
is great.
exactly not the plumbers. Everybody else, the guys that you don't know, I would say those are the plumbers. If you're gonna say that these random plumbers could take LeBron, that is 6'9", 250, running through the paint, faster than them, stronger than them, a plumber is gonna get his head knocked over 10 times over. So what I'm saying is LeBron, he's gone to every organization, brought him a championship. He's
help.
played, okay,
With
with
help.
help, just like Jordan. He has,
They have no. What's his help?
he has 275 of all time.
He did have help. If he
Rodman
had
and,
Pippen,
little bit of help.
he had arguably
Pippen,
top
but
5
Pippen, we
greatest
don't say
defender.
Pippen.
He had
It's
top
Pippen, that's
5
it.
greatest defender. With Jordan being the top 5, he might as well be Steph Curry, the type of help he's had.
So-
He's had the same amount of help
Robin
that
is Draymond Green that they got
he.
right now.
Okay,
He's just-
Draymond might as well be
wrong.
Dennis. Steph might as well, or Clay might as well be to what Jordan or Pippen was to Jordan to Steph. Clay is to Steph.
110%.
110%. So we can't say that Steph like
They just had team chemistry.
Team
But
chemistry,
LeBron
for
is going
sure.
to teams with top 10 niggas that's top 5,
Top 10,
in the
who?
league right now.
he goes to different organizations. He's won everywhere he's been at.
Yep.
He's played for 20 straight years. He didn't
and he
retire
held
ever,
though, T.
leave. He's never retired. He's never come back. In his old age
Jordan
compared to
retired,
Jordan. Okay, cool. Jordan came back.
When Jordan came back, he probably should've went to-
Jordan
who
came
won the
back
championship?
at the
He could've went to
same
anybody
age
else.
LeBron
Detroit.
has.
Yo, check
Jordan
this
could've
out.
went to
But
Detroit
LeBron,
and won a
LeBron and Jordan
championship.
at the same age.
At
Who
40.
would you pick?
LeBron and
sure.
Jordan at the same age. I'm picking Kobe. I mean,
I have him.
I'm picking
Kobe
Jordan.
is LeBron.
Hold on,
Kobe
hold
is
on.
Michael Jordan.
Kobe
Jr.
is
I'm
Michael
picking
Jordan, bro.
LeBron.
I'm
LeBron's
sorry.
basketball career.
Kobe
LeBron's
and MJ is the same size.
Jordan, yeah,
I'm
I would
picking
say
Jordan,
Jordan
bro.
has a better statistic when it comes to finals, for sure. Everything else across the board,
You give it to LeBron.
I would even say Jordan's a better defender than LeBron.
No,
But
he is.
overall,
Like you know that easily though.
yeah, overall, I'm going to say
LeBron.
when it comes to basketball, what he can do for you, what he's brought to the game, how he's changed the game. Jordan was a cultural.
Hold on.
T, what is
Hold
he?
on,
I'm sorry,
T, hold on.
Oh, God.
Do LeBron have a? So we know you choose LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron over MJ. Cool. All right. Greater impact.
I would say Jordan because
Okay.
LeBron has all of the things that we have now. Jordan had none of that, and he was
And he's-
still, to this day, one of the most notable icons. But that's
Ever.
what I'm saying. The cultural impact is what I'm hearing when everybody.
But watch this though.
Because of how that.
T,
made
tell
them
me this.
feel.
Tell me this. Hold on. Tell me this. Right.
Statistically,
Watch this. Hold on. Look, MJ. Right. You know this guy was at least 9 times first team,
Yeah,
All NBA,
Mm-hmm.
All defense.
absolutely.
Those same years he won the scoring title,
Yeah,
won the MVP,
Mm-hmm.
Won the championship, Finals MVP
in 1 year, he did.
Like-
Yeah.
4 times.
He did that 4 times, T.
Absolutely.
LeBron, he's the only
And you
player
know
to
what?
ever
And
do
it's
that.
a shame that he didn't do it for longer. That's
But I'm
all
saying,
I'm saying.
could
LeBron
anybody-
LeBron has never did it one time.
Could
So look,
anybody
so-
match that though?
I don't think anybody can match it in the output that Jordan did,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm saying he did it in a short time. He was a huge atomic freaking blast, right?
Yep.
He was a big time guy. LeBron, over a longer period of time, has more
I'ma give
impact because of what he's done, bro.
I'ma
And
give-
what
I'ma
he's
give LeBron-
doing, and just his basketball story is not.
I'm gonna give
over
him the
now.
longevity, right?
His-
But check this out.
but
What about the
longevity.
eyeball test?
The eyeball test.
Let's
I
give
don't-
it the eyeball test. Let's talk about the eyeball test.
I don't know. Jordan to me is always going to be like a mythical god creature.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
It doesn't make
bro.
sense. And it's probably because I didn't get to play against him, but playing against LeBron is like, I got to see like up
LeBron,
close, like, God damn, like this motherfucker is nice. Like,
Yeah, he bad. He
he's-
bad.
He
yeah.
went to the final 10
You're a
times.
shooter. You would
So,
want
okay, so-
LeBron.
so-
Jordan
so-
ain't passing you the ball, probably. That's probably why.
and
LeBron definitely will
look,
pass you the ball in the
LeBron
corner,
will
though,
pass
T.
you the ball.
He
Jordan's
does
not passing you
everything-
the ball. That's why he like LeBron.
Yeah,
He
that makes
does
sense.
everything better than just not shooter. He doesn't score better than Jordan. He does everything else as a
Okay, let's break it down.
basketball
T. Let's break it
player
down.
just
T.
better.
T. Let's
Jordan's
hold
a
up.
better leader?
No. Hold on. Let's break it down.
He passes. He passes.
Hold on. Let's
Does he
break
have
it
better
down.
handles.
Hold on. Let's break it
Better
down.
handles?
Hold on. T. Look. Let's
Pippen was there to pass.
Watch this. Look.
No.
Look, T. Who got the better post
We're here to
game?
win.
Better post game.
Jordan.
Jordan, sure. Okay. Cool.
Who got the better mid range game?
Jordan.
Jordan.
Who got the better 3-point game?
Jordan.
Jordan.
What? I have
Jordan.
more career threes than Jordan.
I believe
the
that.
game
You're a
has
better
changed.
shooter. You're a better.
More than me.
No, T,
If you put
you're a
LeBron-
better
so what
shooter.
are we
We talking about
talking about?
LeBron.
No,
Not
that
you. We
don't
talking
count.
about
That don't
LeBron.
count because the
I'm
game
not saying
changed.
LeBron has more
That
threes
doesn't
than
count.
me.
Okay, let's say
That
let's
doesn't count, though.
listen.
How?
That
Why?
might-
He ain't a better
Does the
shooter
game-
though, T.
I know he played, but he
I think
played.
Larry Bird is probably
and
better
you're
shooter than
twice
all
in
y'all.
the
So you're
year.
He's
playing?
got more
No,
threes than
I
y'all.
have more threes than Larry Bird.
Yeah, but he's probably a better shooter than you, though.
No
For sure.
fucking way.
See,
Larry
that
Bird's
goes
not a
back
better
to,
shooter
that
than
goes
him?
back to longevity. He been in the league a lot longer than Jordan, bro. So of course
Bro,
it just makes sense.
If
If
you're
I'm in
gonna
the
make a
league a lot,
basketball player, if you're gonna make a basketball player, you have to add all of that in there. You
Okay,
can't
hold
just
on.
leave stuff-
Okay, let's
You
look.
ain't answering
Okay, in
the
the draft,
question,
who you
T.
getting number one? In the draft, who you getting number one? Jordan or LeBron?
LeBron
Of
James.
course.
Ah, boy.
Because he's gonna pass.
Okay,
you the
so
ball.
there's a statistic. No. The statistic for what they use to judge and rate the MVP is called not BR. It's called there's some statistics that they've been using since I think like 2009 to 2010, right? That judges the best player in the league based off statistics, whatever algorithm they use, and it gives you who should be MVP, right? They didn't implement that until like 2009, 2010. LeBron's been in the league since 2003. They used that statistics and that system to implement who they thought should be MVP from, let's say, 2006 to like 2012 at the point.
Right.
There's a stretch LeBron should have won 6 MVPs in a row, and they didn't. You know
Based
they
off
gave him
stats,
to?
though.
They gave him to fucking.
They gave it to the
What
winners.
are we playing
Did
for?
they give it
then?
to the winner?
Are we playing off an eyeball test? Are we playing so that whoever makes me feel better when I see them play? Are we going by statistics?
So this
Because
is what I
that
say.
will get you killed.
I
If you
would
play
say-
by feelings that will get you killed in the
go off
game of
stats.
basketball.
I would say I'm gonna say this. You got to go
What?
by. You
How
got to
do
go
so
by.
how do you? What do you go off?
Hey, you
of?
ain't finna be.
What do
You gotta
go
finish
off of
asking
if
me
you're
the
not going
questions.
off-
We
I'm
asked
going
you a
off
better
from what I
3-point
see.
shooter.
I
right?
got.
As the
I
eyeball
need
test.
it.
MJ being the killer, the person that you know that's gonna win the game, that's gonna will us to the game. LeBron's gonna pass that shit. I mean, I personally, if I was an NBA player, right, and I'm just coming in the league and I'm just trying to get mine, right, first contract, I'm not playing with Jordan because I know he's not passing the ball because I got to get mine. I'm gonna play with LeBron.
So you're saying if you were to come into the NBA, you would choose to go play with LeBron over Jordan?
Yes.
So the draft works
feel
by
like-
you get picked by whoever picks you. It's not like you just sign a contract. It ain't like NBA 2K where you
Okay.
just choose the team you're gonna go to.
Okay. Free agency after my second. I'm on my second contract, trying to get the bag.
These hypotheticals don't work because there's too many factors that go into like the real life
No, no,
situation
true,
to
true.
make the hypothetical.
True.
Not, that's why they call
Who the better free throw shooter?
I don't.
Jordan.
Jordan.
Okay, so cool. Who's the better defender?
Jordan.
All right. Who's the better passer?
He said Jordan without saying Jordan.
Who's the better passer?
I'm saying that Jordan was better at scoring and playing defense, but at
Who's the better passer though?
LeBron.
Who's the better rebounder?
LeBron.
Okay.
Who has more blocks?
Who? It don't matter about
It's
who.
a team sport.
The more blocks is.
So so why every time I say something, you say it's a team sport if it doesn't matter, but every time you say
No.
something, it's the eyeball test.
I just think that if you balance it out, right? So if we base it off stats,
Okay.
you know, it's gonna be LeBron because of the longevity.
But based on your guys' feeling, it should be LeBron. It should be Jordan, right?
It's
No.
definitely Jordan.
So that should be the end of the conversation.
Yeah, that's it.
Nothing will ever happen.
Well,
Because you guys are going off feelings. I'm going off stats, and I
No,
will
I'm
never
just going
win.
off what I watched both of them play. Like
I'm going off both though, T.
Yeah, I'm saying I watched both of them play, and then I'm looking at like you say.
So you know how after the game, your coach always tells you like, we got to watch film because it's never as bad as it looks.
Right.
Yeah,
True.
for sure.
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
the eyeball test, and if that wasn't a saying, they wouldn't be using statistics.
Okay, what's the
But look,
score
this
if
what
they
I'm
play
saying.
one-on-one? What's
So-
the score?
There is no score because it's never happened.
So you think?
So all this is mute.
Let's put an AI. Let's
hold
put
on.
them in NBA 2K.
Do you think the
Who's winning?
stats lie though?
I would say LeBron.
I'm saying, can the stats be subjective too?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It can be subjective if, let's say, Draymond Green is shooting 60% from three off 2 or 3 attempts compared to Stephen Curry.
But that's what people doing.
35%
But
off
that-
of 400.
But that's what
Like,
people doing though.
but-
Because people, like I'm saying, like think about this in the league, right?
People are
Why-
stupid, and
look,
that's why there's
why-
stats to tell you
Watch this, though,
what's
T.
right and what's not.
So look, let's say you come in the league, right? Let's say when you came in the league in 2012,
Yes.
right?
Jordan would never do
Someone
this.
was in the
See,
league.
look.
There's another player who was dominating in 2008, right?
Yes.
And he dominated going all right.
Okay.
He just going all right.
All right.
But 2 years in, he developed a left, right?
Yeah.
So the last 2 years, he started going all left, all left. But the scout report says to you that he's going all left. But I've been in the league so much longer than you. I know someone tell you, T, listen, bro, he's a strong right-hand driver, but he can go left as well. So you see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. In cases like
all
that,
I'm gonna say it's not gonna matter if I'm looking at the scouting report that says this year over the last 5 games.
it ain't gonna say that like that. But go ahead.
Are you crazy? My whole career, I've had gotten a scouting report. You not reading them. You not reading them then.
No,
because I get a
no.
scouting report every game with a picture, statistics over the last 5, last 15, and it says everything about that player.
So you gotta understand, like everything is a little bit more advanced. So for you, it was a little bit more advanced from
And
when you
why
got
do
to
you
league.
think? Because they was like, we got to get away from these motherfuckers who are going with the eyeball
Exactly.
test.
No.
Boom. The game is statistics.
No, what I'm saying is, all right, cool. I'm just saying, like, I'm right-handed, right?
Yeah.
But I drive mostly left. Be crazy and give me right hand if you want. Is what I'm basically saying, right? I had to develop the left because I've been dominating going right. So if you read the scout report gonna lie to you, bro. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna lie to you because I'm going left because you giving it to him and now I'm strong at it, right? But as soon as you say, okay, now his dominant hand is left, I'm going back to what I'm comfortable
We are
doing.
creatures of habits. I'm sure out of the 10 times, if you trying to go left, maybe once or twice, there might be a motherfucker like, I'm gonna sit him right, and you still might be like, I'm gonna go left.
Of
But
course,
that's
probably.
that's just the game. That's how it go. Like we're creatures of habits. That's
So-
why there's scouting reports.
So let's say we're gonna have balance of the stats and the eyeball test. We can't just have all stats or just all eyeball tests. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll guarantee you, the freaking Warriors did when they were like, you know what, maybe shooting all threes is more an advantage to us than playing 2 big.
That's a
men.
good one. I'm glad you brought that
Like
up.
the same. I'll even take it. Dallas is the same. The Dallas team that beat Miami was like one of the absolute very first teams to shoot
Threes better.
more
Yeah.
threes.
Absolutely.
Than they were shooting 2s, and guess what? They won. Warriors might have picked up on it, and now Warriors.
I
are
like how you
dynasty
brought
2
up
years
Dallas
later.
too. But think about this though, see. Look, that was a good one you brought up Dallas. But look, all the NBA teams are trying to do that, right?
Yeah.
But what other team has a Steph and a Clay?
No, it don't. No.
So that's what I'm saying. So 25 of the teams are fucked.
Pretty much, and that's how it's been
So-
for the
so-
last 10 years, bro.
So why would
Who
you
is the
ever?
1-4?
So why would you want to play like that?
Because that's your best option. of
No, no,
winning.
no, no. Your best option is being the best you, and
For
whatever
sure.
you got as
Absolutely.
on your team. You know what I'm saying?
And life works like this. You being the best you might not always be good enough.
Without a doubt now. But guess what though? But what I'm saying is that I feel like that's the best way to play. Cause why am I gonna play to my weaknesses? I might as well
Bro,
play to my strengths.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Cause what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna shoot trays, but I'm good at dunking. They giving me the dunk. I'm just gonna shoot the tray.
Bro.
Look.
They're still shooting threes right now. It doesn't matter. They're shooting threes. That's what works for them. Like teams, they find out what that works for them, and they exploit
But it don't work for 25 teams.
And
bro.
I can guarantee, no, first you're damn right. And there's
You know
not
what I'm
20
saying?
times. There's not not every team is shooting as much or on the same level as the greatest shooters of all time.
Yep.
But they have to incorporate that more so than they did, let's say, last season or the year before that. Because if you
Incorporate
don't,
more
you're gonna
threes?
get lost in the past and things move on.
Just like everything.
Do you think we'll ever come to a point where we'll start taking less threes than we are now currently?
I think that the
It's gonna be
team.
more
Look,
now.
this. I
It's gonna
think.
be deeper.
No,
check me
yeah.
out like this. I feel like this.
It's
Whenever.
that's the next
Right.
move. I'm telling you, 5-10
What-
years from
what'd
now,
you
it's
say?
gonna be
Shattered
4-point line.
LeBron's scoring record.
Look, put like this.
Find a really good shooter.
Put like this. Whenever there's a team that's put together that can switch every pick and roll,
TJ and Tava on the way.
right?
Oh
that
my
can switch
God.
every pick and roll and could guard in the post, is gonna be less threes. Because ain't no all these the JJs, the Kyle Carvers of the world, all the guys who just shooters ain't gonna get no open looks.
Bro, that's what I'm saying though. Just like the game evolves to where not everybody is just strictly one type of thing anymore. It's everybody's evolving, bro. Centers are shooting threes. Point guard.
I'm gonna let them centers
dunking
have
people.
those trays,
It's
because
just-
they ain't
1 through
gonna.
5 gonna be 7 foot probably by the time.
Hey T, let me ask you this.
Up there.
So to speak on the Curry and Dame, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Dame was on, like you say, if he was on the Warriors, he'd have more rings. But you don't feel like the way that offense is structured, it wouldn't fit Dame game, because he's not as Steph. You look at his conditioning. Steph running off screens. Everything is centered around him. Dame wouldn't be that same type of player.
No, and not to say that they would utilize Dame in that same way. Like they're gonna play like it's a player. Like NBA is a players' league.
Right.
When you paying a player X amount of dollars, like you expect them to be out there and produce. So you're gonna do what you can to put that player in the best position you can to get the most out of them.
So let me ask you
They
this,
might
but
get a coaching change to play different. They might not play how Steve Kerr has Steph playing. They might have somebody that
they'll play
more
like
suits-
Portland playing. So
I
so
can't
maybe
say
he
like
wouldn't
Portland.
still have.
You can't say like Portland because we wouldn't. Because if Dame went to Portland or went to Golden State, we wouldn't know that there was ever a Dame in Portland. So we can't
Right.
even use that as a reference to come back to. So it would be more so like now we just have to find the best fit for what helps Dame and build that around him as quick as we can to get him to like. Granted, having Clay, Draymond there taking care of defense, Clay over there not having to dribble to get 30 points, like you can mold that into how you see fit. And then the same with Curry. Like,
It's-
if, let's say
bro.
Curry
Yeah,
ends
but
up
that-
somewhere
but
else,
what
you
I'm
just
saying
have
is-
to fucking
Look, it's hard to do, bro, because it's just like, to me,
it's too many pieces.
Yeah, but the offense is structured so perfect for Steph, like, because he's running off all the screens, and Draymond is like catching the ball, not thinking shooting. He thinking dribble handoff, and then okay, now he gonna roll off the handoff. We hit Draymond. Now Draymond is looking to skip that to Clay.
Well,
So
what happens if there's a style of offense that we haven't seen incorporated that works for them just because but it's just hypothetical. You can't.
I'm just saying
if
that
we were
that's
to
what I'm
apply
asking.
if we're just gonna say, hey, we're gonna take Steph out and put Dame in. If we're gonna run everything the exact same way, you have to make the same decisions that Steph did.
it won't
It's gonna be
work
different.
like that.
It's gonna be different.
Right.
It's gonna be way different.
So, cause look, check this out. To me, it's one of those things where like Golden State, to me, is like, it's like the Bulls, bro. They just happen to organically come together. You know what I'm saying? Just like general managers and teams always try to put the right pieces around certain players, but it usually don't really work. It just a lot of times the best
Time and
teams. Yeah, exactly. Time and
What
situation.
happens if Jordan didn't go to the Bulls and he goes to the Lakers?
No, go to
Plays with
Portland.
Kareem
No,
Abdul-
go
they
to
still would have won. They would have won more championships then.
Exactly. But,
And Jordan would've won a lot more
talking
championships.
about, oh, Jordan's the best player ever. Like,
Yeah, we still would be.
It'll be tough because you have egos in check. Like, you know how it
Man,
is.
when Jordan was on the USA team, he dominated.
No, for sure.
With
That's a great point.
other All Stars,
That's a great
LeBron
point.
ain't dominating with other
And the
All Stars.
top All-Stars of all
He's
All-Stars.
passing them the ball. Like, here, Ray, go shoot this.
You tripping if you don't think LeBron.
Here, Larry.
LeBron, you said
Here, Larry
LeBron's
Bird,
never-
go shoot
I would
this.
say
They
maybe
were
the
all
last
bowing down
couple-
to Jordan.
Last couple years, LeBron maybe not has been the best player on his team or the one the most output, but for his career up until then, who is a better player on any of the LeBron teams than LeBron?
Nobody.
Nobody?
Yeah,
Nobody.
Yeah,
Not
nobody.
it wasn't even close. It's
Yeah.
close now
He's still
because
number two.
he's 1,000 years
He number
old.
three,
It may
bro.
not
Stop
even be
saying
close
two,
now.
bro.
He's
He number
still-
three,
he's-
bro.
I mean, it's just. I would say it's only closer because he's older and these guys are fresh out of like they're starting their careers. So I was like, yeah, they're having more output, they're doing more stuff. But like LeBron was literally trying to windmill in the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
he is
yeah.
1,000 years old. Like,
Listen, he is.
there's no version of
He's a hell of a
anybody.
player, bro. I'm
He's
just
great.
saying he's a hell of
Give
a
him his
player, bro.
flowers.
He's
Yeah.
in my top 5. I'm gonna tell you. But speaking of what we said earlier about the old, having older guys and stuff like
Yeah.
that, do you think that the NBA is gonna start? It's gonna start being like not fun to watch because you don't have that guys like LeBron that's gonna be there that's teaching them how to play the game the right way. Because if you look at the way the game going now, like guys are coming in with no IQ.
No IQ.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
That's been
So
a problem for a long time. I remember
Yeah.
even Kobe had
Yep,
said
yep.
something about that a long time ago
Yep,
because
yep.
it turned into the business of all right. Now we think this kid has potential. He's a McDonald's All-American, Jordan All-American, whatever. So that kid already, in a sense, has an idea of him going to the NBA. So he's like, I'm going off my God-given abilities and talents, not necessarily learning the X's and O's of how to be on a team. Because once you get here, it's like, yeah, you might be talented, but if you don't know how to like get your buckets within the system
Yes,
or
sir.
work within the system,
Yep,
then
yep.
you're going to be a headache and you're going to fizzle out. Like
Yep,
it's
yep.
hard. Like it takes
I know
time
players-
to get acclimated to like the X's and O's and the speed of the game. Like
Yeah.
you got to think quick. Everything
Yeah.
is reaction. So
Yep,
like
yep.
if you it takes a little bit to get, but like it takes a lot for a fucking young kid to go out there and just start getting buckets, bro.
Right.
You don't see it often. Like I'll even say like Paulo. Paulo's a really good example. 'Cause I got to see him up close. I never got to be with like a number one pick before, so I was very curious on how he was gonna handle it and approach it. Bro, that dude is really good. And like I remember his first game. We're in Detroit. He's doing stuff that like I'm thinking like, oh, who taught like where'd you learn this shit from? Like you've been. It looks like you've been doing this shit forever. Like he's catching low posts, jabbing, squaring up, doing stuff. Knowing how to counter, how to pivot, how to do that. He's dunking on people. He's shooting threes. He has a good looking shot. I'm like,
His handles off the charts.
his handles is great. I'm like,
Yeah.
somebody really like put the time. Like somebody taught you the game. Like
Right.
not just the game. And I would say like Seattle is like that. Like Seattle has a ton of pros. Jamal Crawford was like his mentor. So like he was getting the game taught to him from like a dude that has real weight in the league. And it's
Sure.
not like just most of these guys who are number one picks who are just going out there trying to figure out like Victor Wembanyama. Like he's talented as shit, has all the God-given abilities to be the greatest thing to ever come out of sports. It's just it doesn't look like he's figured it all out. And like the other aspect is like it doesn't seem like he has all of that dog in there where you're like, all right, give me the ball for the next 10 possessions and we're going to get buckets. Like, I haven't seen that yet, but, like, Paulo is
got it.
he is a dog, bro. Like, he's a big dude. He's going to talk shit. He's going to be in your face. He's going to play hard. He's going to play hard on both sides of the ball. So it's just, like, there's certain
Physicality, though.
there's certain things of the game that you can't teach, and it takes a long time to get out. Like, those are the special players. But, like you were saying, bro, it's hard to, like, those type of guys are 1 in 1,000, like 1 in a million. Like you're not
Yeah.
gonna get a ton of good guys who come in who are just like super good vets. Like it's not. The game is so young that you either are coming in and you got it,
But you need
don't.
it, and that's why it's, that's why we can have these conversations because
for
we
sure.
need it. You know,
see
because
the benefits of it.
absolutely.
sure.
So you see guys like Paulo come in the league. He got the body number one, right? And he's drafted. He drafted one, so he got the keys to the Magic. So that's a whole nother thing, right? They not a good team, so you definitely you could be able to like make mistakes
Yeah,
and get your reps and
Nobody's coming
things of
in.
that nature. You know what I'm saying? So all those things help him along with the player who he is, because he do seem like he got a great feel for the game to where the game is kind of slow for him versus like for the young fella Victor. When I watched him in summer league, it seemed like he wasn't prepared for this NBA game.
Said, I didn't know what was going on. He said that
Because I know, because he think that
what?
you could.
That's my number one thing.
Wow.
I don't say that ever again, bro.
Right.
Be like, I know what's happening. I'm just a little tired.
Well, no,
Say that.
it's a big adjustment from going from playing in Europe to playing here. Everybody's quicker, faster, stronger. Number one,
Don't let them know that though.
for sure.
Don't.
But they can see it.
This is summer league. Usually,
But-
that was
Right.
that was easy money.
No.
What?
But
Dog food.
what I'm saying, just looking at him, physical wise, we know we could get into his body.
Right.
We know if he playing in the perimeter, you're not about to just blow by me. So it's like, like that's just seeing that as soon as I step on the floor.
I mean, but yeah, but if you make it to NBA, that should go without saying. Like, you ain't just gonna get by. Like, you ain't just here because.
But with IQ, he dominates the game from day one. So he needs a veteran for sure.
So would it be
got
safe to
pop.
say that the NBA needs to keep at least 2 veterans on each team to teach the younger guys the game?
Absolutely.
On
So
the
look,
court
he
and
look,
off the court.
So to your point, he got Pop, right? So Pop will be able to teach you X's and O's, but Pop ain't gonna be able to teach you like if they had Ginobili to how to pick your spots and how to like,
Like
maneuver in space.
On the court, she can teach you the extra code. You can't
Yeah,
teach
yeah.
you like the point of view version. Yeah.
So you need that veteran, that vet, and I feel like you need a vet really at every position if you ask me, because I can't have a center that's my vet that's gonna be helping my number one pick point guard on how to maneuver in the pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? So if I had it my way, I would say every team needs a veteran player at every position.
I'll say this because not every vet, just because you got years in the league and you a vet, don't necessarily make you a good teammate.
No, without doubt.
But I will say this because the only way it changes when you put effort into it. I would say going forward to all the younger guys out there, man, if you could be a good teammate, a good player, just a good person, just be a joy to be around when it comes to not just your teammates but your front office. That's what allows a team to be like, we want that vet. You might not be
True.
producing,
Right.
but you're a good teammate, dude. You're a good guy,
Yeah.
and we know without a
not
doubt
toxic.
that you're not toxic. And you're gonna come in here and you're gonna keep these guys like in neutral. Like
Yeah.
You know
Sometimes
who
they
that
always
is for
like that.
Orlando, or who it was for Orlando?
Who?
Bo Outlaw.
Bo, yeah.
Perfect.
this day, bro,
perfect.
you feel- when you
to
see
this
Bo, you
day,
feel like this
you
is
feel
a
his
great
energy,
team.
bro. He
Like,
like,
great
yeah.
team.
You know what I'm saying? You feel his energy. Like, even when you go to the gym, bro, it's man, hey, what's up, man? Like he
For sure.
like that, bro. You need guys like that.
You know what I look at when I see Bo? Like, it's like one of those things. Like, that's truly Bo personality.
Yeah.
But there are certain guys in the league that plays that kind of game.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they know that's what.
Because they're like, I'm not seeing talented. This is my way. This is
It's
my
your way,
ticket.
right.
Right.
It's your way about it. Like to me, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? So it was hard for me to be that way
Yeah.
because I was the first one to the gym.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
you putting in the work and you seeing a dude that's not doing it, and
He's
then
like
you're not out
what
there.
Kobe said.
That's spiteful. You're gonna spite
You
that
feel what I'm
person
saying?
naturally. I got
I'm
you.
the
No,
first
for sure.
motherfucker in the gym, and I'm preparing like I'm about to play 30 tonight.
Yeah.
Right.
So in my head, I'm trying to play because I just love the game so much. I just want to play as long as I can possibly play. So I'm cool with helping the young guys through like them seeing me.
Yeah.
Right.
Like look how he
example,
move, right?
yeah.
Right.
But it's like it would be tough for me to be hee hee ha ha with everybody when I'm the first one in
Adonis
here.
has them probably like where it's just like you're not playing, but you have to.
I could do that.
Can't
That
counsel.
same energy.
No, I could do that.
stuff.
No, I feel like if you told me, hey, because I feel like they told him, hey man, you a player's coach, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like they had to tell him that 5 years ago.
For
That's
sure.
Miami though. You know how they run it. Pat Riley runs
That's
it
what
like
Zoe
a
does.
military camp.
Yeah.
So like
Riley.
he keep everybody like you got to make sure that
Loyal.
you pass a conditioning test before preseason starts. You got to make sure that your body fat is this low. Like it is tough. That's probably why a lot of vets don't want to go there because when you get past 10 years, most guys is just like, all right, like if I know I'm not gonna play, I'm just chill. I'm gonna get this paycheck and I'm gonna be out here. But like if you know you have to like uphold yourself to a certain standard the way that they're running it,
Yeah.
like then it makes it a little harder to want to go out there. But that's probably why like they can take a team of undrafted guys and second rounders and go to the finals because
Yeah.
they run it in such a
They
way.
run it in a
where
special way,
this
right,
might
right.
as well be Duke University. Like
Absolutely,
they
yeah.
just run it like a college.
See,
Nah, true.
I know Bass ready to keep going, but let me ask you, who was your inspiration growing up, bro? Like who was like somebody that you looked up to and wanted to be like? Like 2 players.
2 players. It sounds super cliche and like super, but like Kobe. Kobe was like, I grew up in Southern California, so as like a young kid, I was probably 10 years old when they went on like that first run to the three-peat. So like everything was super like impactful,
2001,
right?
yeah.
Second, I don't know. I was such a fan of the game. I didn't really pick and choose like who was my favorite, but Kobe by far was my favorite. I don't know. It was just something
AI?
about AI. Not so much. Like I didn't really.
What about Ray Allen? Ray Allen? No.
Nah, not even Ray. Who did I like? It was T-Mac, Kobe, Vince. Like guys who I knew that were athletic, who could dunk, who could also shoot.
Yeah.
Like those are guys I kind of like to watch just because they were exciting. One, and 2, like they also had a good, grasp of fundamentals. So I was just like, all right, I could see that. But Kobe for sure, bro.
It's usually when you're young, it's like you don't really see the other players. You usually just see that one player that's your favorite.
Yeah.
And that's how Jordan was for me. Like when I was young, like the greats of Jordan era, like I didn't really pay close attention to those guys until I was older. Because I was such a, a Michael Jordan fan. I wanted him to win. I wanted him to get the best of everybody. You know what I'm saying? All right, so the name of my podcast is Talking Taste, right? Yeah. So what's your thing when it comes to taste? Is it fashion? Is it cars? Is it music?
Cars and music.
Cars and music?
Yeah.
Okay. So if it's music, we're gonna play a game of like this or like that.
Bet.
Kind of like Snoop Dogg and Dre.
Okay.
You feel me? So Tony.
All right. So Kendrick or Nipsey?
Kendrick or Nipsey? Damn. That's so similar. It's hard to like kind of pick.
It's a tough one, bro, because
Somebody's feelings gonna get hurt.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be the same group of people. I don't know. That's a good one, but I can't pick.
Okay. Let's try it. Kendrick or J. Cole?
no. Let's stay right there, bro. Kendrick or Nipsey. Let me tell you
No.
why
Go ahead,
I
you
think
pick.
it's a good one and why he don't really want to say.
Okay.
I grew up listening to both.
Because like I feel like for me personally, right, I listen to more Nipsey than Kendrick. But Kendrick got all the awards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got, people say he's one of the most skills of this generation.
Conscious too.
Huh?
Yeah, super woke.
Yeah.
Super woke with it. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I feel you.
And he probably have the better albums and stuff as far as like, if you look at it like that. But I feel like the reason why it's hard to pick because if you look, Nipsey dying and the impact he had on the game, it's like
Bro, I grew up like in high school. Those are the 2 guys on my playlist, like majority. Nip.
Oh really? Okay.
And
From the West
Kendrick,
Coast.
yeah. So it's
I
like,
personally feel Nipsey didn't really get going to the East Coast till he died. Honestly.
Not to me.
I can 100% feel that, but I grew up listening to like mainstream. Kendrick was a little more like mainstream at that point.
Yeah,
but, like,
for sure.
I don't know, man. I was a true Nipsey fan. I had all his mixtapes, albums growing up because I was in the area. So I don't know. That's tough. I can't pick one.
Yeah, that was for me. I listen to more Nipsey though, but I like Kendrick, so I understand why it's a tough one.
Okay, that.
Yeah.
What you think?
Nipsey.
Nipsey?
Yeah.
You say Nipsey's more for like the hustlers and teaching you stuff, being a boss, and Kendrick's just more like standing for something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Facts.
Conscious. So it's just your personality.
Yeah.
2 different personalities. All right. Next, Drake or Future?
Drake. I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say Future. He was just trying to put me on a whole bunch of Future songs the other day.
Duval. That's the Duval.
Listen,
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
time, look,
Nah,
every
he ain't
time we
gonna-
in the gym, bro,
Lit. Shoot
and my
something.
man got the aux card. He wanna.
It's going to Future.
It's gonna be Future.
Future. Yeah, Drake.
Future's
Drake,
good.
Drake, if I'm with a girl, with my wife.
I
Future,
go.
Future if I'm with the fellas and I'm riding and I'm
And he from
vibing.
Jacksonville, Duval County.
I say Drake just because he's more well-rounded. He has more music.
Yeah, he did.
He's
Overall.
today's GOAT,
Yeah.
so it's kind of
For
hard.
sure.
But you say he's today's GOAT?
He's definitely this generation's GOAT.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Drake?
Yeah.
The Canadians for sure.
Yeah. Bass?
Why choose? I mean Drake for me.
Drake?
You
Yeah,
go
but I
for
like
I was
Future
not
too.
expecting
All
that.
right, all right.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's fast forward to this today's age. Lil Baby or Young Boy?
Young boy.
Young,
You
you're
do, yeah,
a
you
young
do
boy.
like young boy, bro.
Why?
I don't
Y'all
like.
seen
I don't
some
like.
little
I don't.
kids
I don't.
do
I don't like how Lil Baby sound. He sound like. He got, I don't know. It's. You ever hear what he talk like? Like,
You're not really a
no.
club guy, right?
His lyrics are fine. His beats are amazing.
Yep.
The songs are great.
Yep.
The way he sounds to my ear sounds like somebody's like, hey, he has like a Jolly Rancher
Whining.
in his,
He's like
on it- in his
whining.
yeah, like he had like a
Whining.
jawbreaker in there. He's like, yeah, like I don't like that. And then Young Boy is like, his beats are great. I don't understand what he's saying half the time, but like his melody is just whatever.
You can interpret,
Yeah.
probably.
I mean, I definitely could.
Hey, what's that? What he say? Got something for the choose or what he said in the
Talking about
song,
the
bro?
little thing like he always say something along the lines like
Like for the choose
Yeah,
or something
for
like
the
that.
something, for the something, right, yeah.
For the, I'm like, bro, that is super illiterate. That's
Right,
horrible.
right.
But it sound good though, so I can't even hate.
Who you got? Baby or Young Boy?
Nah, baby.
Baby, right?
Yeah, Lil Baby.
His last album was tough.
All right, we're gonna switch gears a little bit. We're gonna do the females. All right, so Nicki or Cardi?
Cardi. I'm tired of Nicki.
me.
I've been tired ever since Young Money.
You didn't ask me about who I'll pick out of the baby or young boy either, man.
We already know you're gonna say
said
Young Boy.
Yeah,
Y'all from the same neighborhood, bro.
Right.
Baton Rouge.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He on his way here right now.
It's true. No, but I like Lil Baby too. But yeah, I'm going home team though. So, but you say Cardi or Nicki? So skillfully, it's Nicki. But as far as like, having like being like
Personality.
relevant today, as far as like with the, cadences of like I don't know,
Internet.
the cool sounds of music right
It sound
now.
like you just gonna say Nicki, or you gonna say Cardi just so you don't get canceled.
To
That's
be
what
honest
it
with
sound
you,
like.
no.
he just afraid to say Nicki because he gonna get
No. My thing is I don't listen to girl raps a lot. Like this how I listen to girl music, right? So like I straight up. No. I gotta
doubling
be honest.
down.
I'm gonna be honest. Like it's a lot of girl records that I hear. Like look, I think Nicki's the best female rapper, right? But even her songs, like I hear her have a verse on something, I'll be like, that's just
Cause she
nice.
commercial now.
But I just that I
Wayne wrote it.
would only listen to it once, huh?
Wayne wrote it probably.
Man, Wayne ain't like that, bro. But even like with Cardi, like even though I hear her or the chick Lotto or all
I
these
love
female
Lotto.
girls, like
I love Lotto.
like I'm gonna listen to them, like I'm gonna listen to that song probably once, man.
I don't expect
And-
none of us
and-
to really be like die hard. Like, oh gosh, I love what you saying.
And I'm gonna like it for what it is.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get the
Come on
t-shirt.
now.
But that's pretty much how I look
Coming
at
over to
it.
my house and I don't expect y'all to sing along.
Because the girls are
But just
talking
the-
crazy today,
yeah.
bro.
They're not sexy reds and
No.
going all the way
Pound
ratchet this time.
Hey, but listen, I heard like Bass pulled up to the gym one day listening to Glorilla.
Yeah, right, bro.
Glorilla.
That's
No.
Tomorrow.
Listen, but even her, like I done heard one of her songs where I done listened to it once and be like, I like it, but I'm just not about to be listening to it over
I'm not
and over.
singing along.
Yeah. I don't want to remember those songs, but them girls be talking about
Crazy.
You feel me? But yeah, I would say if I had to choose between those two,
Draft pick.
I'm drafting Nicki for sure. But Cardi's bad too though. Cardi can go too.
I'm going with Cardi.
Cardi,
Keeping
yeah.
my
Latino.
Latinas alive.
And I think y'all picking Cardi because like she's so much more relevant today than Nicki. But
I'm picking her because I feel like she's just funnier. She got better personality. Like
Right,
Nicki
right.
just like
okay. That's
she's
another-
stuck up. She's stuck up.
Okay.
Call it what you want. I don't even go that far, but yeah, I like.
Cardi's personality is more approachable. Nicki's more of a boss, asshole. She's more animated. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
so a little more Jordan.
You know, her delivery.
Yeah, she got a little
That's
more
what I'm saying.
controversies than her
Exactly.
did.
She's
Yeah.
more
True.
delivery, like her delivery. Yeah, she's more. And Cardi's more like for the people.
True.
LeBron's for the people.
Sure.
I guess we're done with that segment.
Okay.
Talking taste.
Talking taste. But I think we're gonna go on to another like this or like that. TJ got one
Go to
too.
another one?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You got boxes.
Boxers.
Boxes.
I like that.
So, Sugar Ray Leonard or Money Mayweather?
Floyd.
That's easy.
I mean, yeah.
Floyd the greatest.
Yeah,
of
I
all
was gonna say Floyd to start this
Yeah,
whole
he's the
conversation off.
greatest, yeah.
He's the greatest of all time, by the way.
But
All right,
next one, George Foreman or Evander Holyfield?
George Foreman of Holyfield. Bro, them boys had a battle, boy.
I know.
I say George.
You say George?
Yeah, George.
Bro, Holyfield was different though.
He was
They
cool.
don't make
He
him
was.
like that.
No, they don't.
You remember? You seen they fight?
He fought Foreman.
Yeah.
No, hell no. What was this?
So watch.
Late
It was like
'80s,
3 times.
No,
They
no,
fought
no.
like
It's
3
in the
times,
'90s. It was in
'90s, early '90s.
Early 90s.
Is before or after he won his last world heavyweight thing?
Who that?
Foreman.
This was when their primes, though.
No. This is when Foreman
no.
came back after.
This is when he won the championship, right?
Yeah.
And
After
then
he
fought
took
him.
off. Yeah. After he took
Yeah.
off them 10 years, he came back and fought Holyfield. Go watch the highlights tonight. It's crazy. Them two. So, you say you picking Foreman?
I'm taking Foreman.
Holyfield won that fight though.
Yeah, but if you put them both in their prime,
Okay.
he had
yeah, it was
knocked
different.
Holyfield's head
different.
off.
Yeah. True. He was different.
Fighting an old man with hands, that's a little different.
But look, the Holyfield beat Tyson, bro. Twice.
He did.
Was it twice or one?
No, it was that
Tyson-
one
Tyson-
did, right?
It ain't
Ty-
the real Tyson.
2
though.
times.
Tyson might have
Ain't
been
the real
36 or whatever, 30 whatever, but he was way out of his prime by that point.
Not the real Tyson.
Tyson was out of his prime at like 24.
The after jail Tyson don't count.
So
Yeah, jail Tyson don't count. Yeah,
okay, well,
he was not in the right state of mind. He was doing coke and eating ears. It was,
Go get ears.
yeah, coke and ears. Mike Tyson's coke and ears.
so Mike had he had like a run of like what, 6 years?
No, a little longer, bro. Remember, he started fighting when he was 15.
80s.
Well, I'm saying
15.
He turned pro at what, 18, right? He turned pro at 18. Well, he was the youngest champ at 18, I think.
He might have been like, right 18. Cause I remember he was 16 fighting like 20-year-olds
Yeah.
and folding them.
Golden Glove in 1984.
And that's when he was like 16, 15. Like, he was a kid. So he was out of his prime way before he got to
Title fight 86.
Yeah, 86. 86, that's when he was what, 18?
Undisputed champion 87.
So Tyson was I feel like after Tyson Trainer died is when you would
He went off the deep end.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's when it was all
Mental
back
health.
then. So you said who was it again?
George Foreman or Evander Holyfield?
George.
You say George? Okay.
Next one, Roy Jones or Manny Pacquiao?
What?
That man said
I
Roy
mean-
or Manny.
Roy, man, listen, I'm just getting, yeah.
Pound,
Yeah,
we talking about pound for pound? Who's better, or just like who will win in a fight?
No,
No,
who
like,
you
who's better?
choosing? Who you
Yeah.
choosing?
Pacquiao.
I'm going Roy, bro.
Manny.
I mean, as
Manny's
far
still fighting, by the way.
as- Roy had. I mean,
And
man,
hooping.
Roy fought last year against Tyson, or 2 years ago against Tyson, and looked like they had both just been drinking 40s.
of course, bro. Of course.
Shut it down, big guy.
Of course. But check this out. If you go watch Young Roy,
No, he was an athlete. He was
Young Roy was serious.
unreal.
bro.
Unreal.
And I feel like I'm just saying both of them in their prime.
Nah,
he ain't touching Roy.
Nah, I'm gonna take Manny.
You could take Manny, but he ain't touching Roy in their prime.
If they were both 5'5".
As far as the most exciting impact, just
Roy's trying to make it look good. Manny was trying to win a fight.
true. Okay.
Those are two very different things.
I mean, I just think that Roy was winning in style.
No, for sure.
You know what
That's
I mean?
that's what makes him.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah, I got 2 more.
Okay.
So Mike Tyson or Lennox Lewis?
I mean, the better one is
Mike, I'll say
But I'm
Mike,
still-
but
I go Mike,
Jay-
though. Go Mike.
I don't know, but if there was ever upset, I'll put Lennox to do it.
Lennox. Yeah, to do it right.
Lennox was nice, man. He was big, strong, fast,
Yeah.
solid defense.
Yeah.
But Mike,
Last
Still
one,
Mike.
Muhammad Ali or Joe Frazier?
I mean, you seen the results of what happened.
Ali.
Joe beat him once. Ali beat him twice. I actually watched all 3 of those fights.
Huh?
And you know what I noticed from watching so much boxing, like bro, Ali was so gifted at throwing his hand, bro.
He was quick
I never seen
on his
nobody
toes.
like
Just that.
that 6'4" and just throw his hands the way he threw them. Like he just like he was born to box. But I still think Mayweather the greatest though
Yeah.
of all times.
To not lose in this sport where it's so corrupted and it's so like wishy-washy, to go 50-0 against everybody, regardless of when they're in their absolute prime or not. Like fighting is such a corrupted sport that to go 50-0 is impossible. That's like going
Exactly. No,
82-0.
for
You know
sure.
that like there was it was some type of cheating collusion. So I'm not saying that he cheated, but I'm just saying like there's a lot
Something
more that
happened
goes
like
into it. There's a lot of factors.
I got one for y'all. Crawford or Haney?
What Crawford?
Crawford or Devin Haney?
Yeah.
Crawford over Haney.
Yeah.
Crawford
Yeah,
over
Crawford.
Spence. Crawford over
everybody?
Crawford
Okay,
over
who's
everybody.
a good fight for Jake Paul? How about this?
Nobody.
No.
No. Here's a good one. Here's a
You wanna
really
see
good
him
one.
knock out,
Here's a
right?
really good one. Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez.
We gotta see that one.
Canelo, right?
We gotta see that one and go to that one.
I
gotta go
feel
to
like
that
I
fight.
feel like it would be a really high
That
level
would be
boxing match. I don't think anybody would get finished.
I gotta go three parts too.
Yeah,
But-
it would,
but
be, it would need a
scripted.
3-part. It would have to be a
I'm gonna tell
3-part.
you what makes that fight a good one. It gotta be the certain weight class. They gotta fight at like 154.
I would say that right now Canelo would probably edge it out because Canelo's been fighting light heavyweights.
That's why you gotta.
That's the only thing. So
But that's
his
why you
power
gotta
right
go-
now is probably a lot more than what a lot of these lightweights are.
That's why
used
you got to
to.
go to 154 or 147, like where he fought Mayweather at.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He fought Mayweather at 147.
But Canelo's also not in his prime, so it's hard to say.
He's not in his prime.
Yeah, he's coming down. His last few fights have looked really bad.
Well, he was fighting people that was way
For
out
sure,
of his
for
weight
sure.
class. You
But
know what I mean?
I watched his last two fights against Bivol, the light heavyweight, and he fought another dude. He just looked not
as
like
good?
himself. Like he just looked not like himself. Remember, he said he's fought 200 plus fights before he got like to the main stage. So like he's a lot of mileage.
I think it still would be tough for Terrence to beat him, but it'll be a good fight to watch, though. You know.
I hope it happens and it worked out.
That'll be cool. Okay, we're gonna wrap up our segment here with T. Ross, but before we leave, I want to ask you one last question.
Yep.
What would you want to give to the youth? What encouraging words you want to give to the youth?
Man, honestly, being young is tricky, but if I could say anything, it's just find your niche in life and something that you're truly passionate about, and regardless of what it is, stick to it, and just make sure that what you do in life, you're happy, and that you can wake up every day excited to get that day started. But just find what makes you happy and stick with it.
Sure. All right, that's a wrap for another episode of Talking Taste.